what is the right time to start applying for jobs whenever you are applying as a fresher or as a you are performing a transition from one field to another. So this is the major questions which arise. So now think of it like we plan so many times of when we can start new thing. It can be on the beginning of a new year, it can be on the beginning of a month, or from Monday. We plan so many times, but it didn't happen. In the same way, when you are trying to apply for a job, what you think is first let's cover all the topics, or like if you're focusing on few skills, then let's try to complete them first. But in that way, what happens is you will lack the opportunities. Now understand how. So what happens is, let's say you are working on four skills. It can be Python, Power BI, Excel, and SQL. So firstly, you started learning SQL, then you complete it, then you start learning Power BI, then you complete it, create some projects, and so on. In that way, it will take months to complete and cover all the skills. But in this time period, you will miss so many opportunities. So how to deal with this, and when is the right time to apply? So when we talk about when is the right time, I will say the right time is now. Why? Because let's say you are a fresher and you are not much familiar with Excel or any of the skills, right? But what happens is, if you start applying for the jobs, you will start getting few calls. You might not get lot of call, but you will get few calls, and in the process, the initial call will always be the HR call, and the HR call will always include only the soft skills questions, and the questions will be generally focused on your introduction, your experience, your education. So these all, nothing will be related to the skills. So firstly, whatever you are doing right now, just randomly start applying to the job. You will get few calls, and then you will get familiar to the questions which will be in the first round of the interviews. In that way, you will get to know about the questions, and then you can evaluate yourself that how you can improve. Because we generally Google like what are the HR questions, what are the main questions which can ask how to answer that. But when you actually do it, you will let's say for the first time you will just say about your name, about your college. But with time, when you start giving the calls, you will improve every time, and then you can also evaluate after the calls that what else we can include, what are the types of questions that was included. Now this was related to the soft skill. Moving toward to the technical skills. So what is the right time to apply for job interviews in behalf of technical skills? So let's say, as we talked, you are working on four skills, but let's say you started with SQL. So whenever you start learning SQL, side by side start applying for the jobs which are focused mainly on SQL. So let's say you started learning and you covered few topics in the 10 days, and then you start applying and you get a call. It might happen that in the very first round or second round of the technical interview, you might not clear that, but in that way you will get the familiarity of what is the level of question, what kind of scenarios are there in the technical rounds, what type of question gets asked. So in this way you can learn and improve at the same time. In a similar way, let's say you completed SQL and then you start learning Power BI. So now your target will be to applying for both jobs which focus on both SQL and Power BI. So this is the way how you can apply for the job. Don't wait to complete everything and be a expert and then apply, because this will never happen. Even in the real life, you can take example of anything, like you can take example of cricket. Any cricketer doesn't go to the pitch or to bat before he became expert. He became expert, or he became a legend once he play a lot of games. He faced so many failures, he faced so many achievements, he achieved that. After that he become expert. He cannot think like that, first I will master all the skills and then I will go and play. You have to come forward, you have to take the challenges, and then you can start applying for the jobs. So that's all from my side. And if you have any further question, if you want to know about anything related to data analytics, Power BI, and Microsoft Fabric, then you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. The link is in the description, and you can also book a call, one-on-one call with me on TopMate. I will attach the link, and from there you can book the call. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe the channel.